Hey, check out what I got here. Let's see what kind of trouble I can get us into today. I'll give you a hint. It's got something to do with my coworkers over here who aren't much contributors at all. Stick around. So as they say, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Ellen's not here, and while she's gone, I'm going to install this carpet. Well, it's woven vinyl carpet, actually. If you're familiar with Riverstones, like 2023 and earlier, they have carpet on the slides, like here and over there. The main slide, this is a 39 RKFB. So in my constant quest to keep up with the Joneses, I was going down to the Tampa show. I went through a new Riverstone 2024, and I noticed that they no longer do carpet. So I called over to our dealer, Bill's Happy Camper, and worked out trying to figure out how to get the carpet. Turns out you can order the carpet from your dealer or Riverstone. It costs you about $400. It's a matter of taking out the old carpet and putting this one in. So a couple of people on Facebook groups. There's a Dave out there that's done the work. I've got some pointers from him in terms of the adhesive. The Joneses, Jeff and Kelly, they're going to be doing it in theirs as well. So this is going to be kind of a maiden voyage. They'll come over, take a look, and see how I do it, and probably give me a hand somewhere along the line. So basically, what you got to do, we're going to talk about this side first. These couches, Dave said that his were mounted with L brackets underneath. I looked for L brackets on mine. I didn't see them, but there are 3 silver screws that screwed into the back. So I'm hoping that that's what's holding this in. I pretty much think it is, so we'll check it out. And then Dave recommended using some adhesive. He put down vinyl plank floor in his bedroom, and he used some adhesive. I don't have it here. It's a Henry, I think it's a 627 or 647. It's designed for vinyl plank as well as felt back carpet, which this is felt back. So what you do is you kind of roll it on, thin coat, and then place your carpet. You get a little bit of work time, and then you use a roller pin or something heavy to kind of push it in. It's a pressure sensitive adhesive. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut it here. I'll just let the camera roll as I take this out, move the pups out of the way. Do this one first, and then once we learn a little bit of trial and error from that, I'll tackle the bigger slide over there, which has a desk and the dinette. That's a little bit bigger of a project. And one thing, these come pre-cut. So you order them, you measure out the length of your slide and the depth, and then the Forest River just has a few different SKUs that match up, and they will cut most of it for you. I don't know how much cutting we're going to need to do. I know over in the bigger slide on Dave's, there's on a 39 RKFB where the dinette is, there's a thing with cubbies and stuff. Rather than trying to take that out, he cut around it and then used some quarter round around the edges to clean it up, make it look finished. Most of my research says that we can take out the desk. Dave took out the desk. And I got some instructions from my dealer. There's just a couple of bolts holding that in, so that'll be easy to come out. So let's give it a shot, see how it goes. Stick around. All right, here we go. Harley, let's move it. Chop, chop, chop. Looks like she's not moving. Okay. She's a little stubborn, huh? Move it. Come on. Ah, long screws. This is pulling out the board as well. So you might have to put some pressure to hold the board in. The board that's built into the furniture, that is, not the wall. A little bit of a struggle here. It's not coming out easy. There it is. All right, so that's 3. That's the only 3 I found when I did my investigation earlier. So with any luck, And if it's not too heavy, I should be able to just pick it up and take it out. Now don't try to move it before, oh, I'm not even on camera, am I? Oh well, sorry peoples. Let me move that up a little bit so you can see my smiling face a little bit better. That might be better, I don't know. Okay, so anywho, taking that screw out, it was pulling this board out too, so be careful about that. Even though you take those 3 screws out, don't take it for granted that those are the only 3, so move this gently when you move it out. So in case there's something else, you're not going to pull it out of the wall, because those screws are going into this material, and who knows if they hit anything solid on the backside. So let's see. Ooh, that moved really easy, and so did that. So there's nothing holding it in. I use my man strength. Probably 2 people would make it an easier job, but take your time and slide it out. And I'm not dragging it across the floor. I'm picking it up and then moving it. And then we'll see how raunchy and disgusting it is underneath the couch. There you go. Now, what holds it down? That's going to be the next thing. Tacks hold it down. All right, so you're not going to know where the tacks are unless you put your hand under here and just kind of pull up one at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. But there are definitely carpet tacks in here. Now, what I haven't done, which you probably would want to do, is make sure you measure the carpet that you got before you start taking this carpet out. Won't be a big deal if you do make a mistake. This will just lay back in until you get the right carpet. But yeah, they've got a few in there. I'm going to get a little tough with it now. Making sure that it's not underneath the wall and you tear up the wall at the same time. Yeah, they stapled it pretty good. And of course the corner is the most difficult to get off. There you go. Roll it up and put it on eBay, because you know everybody wants to buy used carpet. Yeah, the staples are all over the place, so get a vacuum, get a pair of needle nose pliers and go through and pull up the high ones, or you could actually just nail them down too, but some of them are pretty much a mess, so it's going to be better to take them out. You see the 3 holes where it was screwed in. This hole's a little bigger. I think I pulled on that a little bit too much and kind of tore it out. All right, so before I go and clean up all that, I'm just going to size the carpet, just because I'm anxious to do it. So you can unwrap this stuff. I was going to cut it, but I didn't want to take a chance of cutting the floor with either a razor knife or whatever. So I'm going to just do it by hand, provided I can find the edge. Here we are. You might need to unroll it and let it acclimate for a bit. All right, so there it is. Let's see how it fits. Because, well, it's too deep. That's an easy cut. That's an easy fix. I'm going to have to measure it and see if I ordered the right one. But there you go. That's what it's going to look like. The match is pretty good. I mean, it's no worse than the carpet was there. All right, I'm going to do a little remeasuring, and might have to take a little bit off each edge to recenter it. Okay. Well, I'll take a break here. I'll be back. All right, it's pretty bright out here. Hopefully you can see what I've done here. So I've got the original carpet laying on top of the new carpet. You can see what they do is they just give you a little bit more material than is needed. Because, you know, there's going to be some tolerance, I guess, and they want to have you have too much rather than not enough. So I'm just going to use this original as a template. Now that I think about it, Dave actually mentioned in his post that he used the old carpet as a template. So that is what I'm going to do. And this stuff is pretty easy to cut. It's thin, right? So I'm going to maybe score a line with a marker, some dullable marker that I can wash off, so I won't use like a Sharpie or anything like that, just in case I make a mistake. I don't want to have to deal with getting that off. And then you could probably use a razor blade, or if you do a straight enough line, you want to try scissors, go ahead and try scissors or use some kind of straight edge. I have a long level that I might use to do that. So, all right, so I'm not going to put this on camera, me doing the cut and stuff. You guys can figure out how to do that. I think I've explained it pretty well. If not, you got any questions, you know, you put them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. So I'll get this done and then we'll size it up again. And I'm also going to clean off the base where I'm putting this because there's still a lot of debris in there and I didn't remove those staples yet. So make sure you do that because you can definitely feel them through the new carpet and they'll poke through for sure. All right, so a bunch of staples, just run your hand carefully and then yank them out. It's a little bit of work. Some of them are tough. Some might be easier to bang down, but like I said, I'm not gonna do that unless I can't get one out, like that one. All right, so that took me about 30 minutes to do. Taking all those staples out. The ones that I couldn't get out, I did bang them in with a hammer. And word to the wise, if you're gonna be running your hand along here to see which ones are high, either wear gloves or do it really, really slowly because I cut my finger. Not a big deal. You know, if I were one of those drama YouTube people, I'd probably have that as the thumbnail, big bloody mess, you know, but that ain't my style. So, all right, so I'm just gonna vacuum it up. Probably good to use your shop vac and not your little Dyson. You probably chew that up with all these metal pieces. Probably not good for it, not designed for that. So I'll use this, clean it up. And then I haven't cut the carpet yet. I'll get back and do that. All right, so you might have noticed when I was vacuuming that this foil barrier is coming up. So that's not adhered to the deck anyhow. So if I use adhesive, the adhesive is going to stick to this, but really it's going to depend on how well bonded to the floor this is as to how well the new carpet will be bonded. I mean, this is stapled down pretty aggressively. It's kind of cool. You can tell they came in and went, boom, there's a kind of zigzag putting it in. I may still do the adhesive. It's just that if you ever pull it out, you're going to end up pulling this stuff out with it. And there'll be a little bit of adhesive on this edge here too, which will hold the carpet in place. That may be sufficient to do it. Obviously, you don't want to put it on the other side of this white because, you know, your carpet's moving up and over that. So I think that's what I'll do. You know, you're not going to really damage anything. The stuff that I'm putting on, the adhesive has a vapor barrier or a moisture barrier to a certain extent as well. So that kind of will replace the functionality of that, I guess, or maybe enhance it a bit. Well, that's what I'm doing anyhow. And what you do is up to you. All right, it's bright out here. So here is the existing carpet, and here is the new carpet, cut to size. I did use the template method, but then one of the Joneses came over, Kelly, and we were kind of talking about how to make sure it was accurate, and I ended up measuring instead. So what I did is I measured from here to here, which is about 71 inches. And then the original carpet, or the original version of the new carpet, was about 76 inches. So I just did the math and divided by 2 and cut off an equal amount on both sides, that side and that side. And then what I also did is I measured from the front to the back of the carpet, which is about 36 inches. And then I just made sure I measured from the front of the carpet out to the back here and cut off the appropriate number of inches. It wasn't too much. So this is what I cut off the back. That's what I cut off the sides. Let me now go in, I'll place it and show you. All right, so we got it all cut. I'm gonna dry fit it now. I already dry fit it once, but I'm gonna do it one more time for the camera. It fits pretty well. I did notice there are some discrepancies on the build of the RV, which is kind of to be expected, but here we go. Get it back there. So I'm still deciding whether I'll use the adhesive, and I do think I will. Now what I notice is there's a little bit more reveal over here on this side, and that's because I'm binding up way over here because there's something underneath this piece of woodwork. There was a lot of carpet under there that I didn't get out, and I think there's a little bit more under there, so I'm going to try to clean that out as best I can. And if there isn't anything there, then it's just a little minor, I didn't cut enough off, so I'll just adjust that. All right, well, that's it for this side. I'm going to decide on the adhesive, and if I do that, I'll film that. In a couple of days, I'm going to do the larger living room slide there with the desk and the dinette, and we'll see how that goes. All right, man. Catch up with you in a little bit. Might be a day. It'll be in the same video, though. So, it'll be my day, same time for you. See ya. All right, so I decided that while I have the time, I will do the adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put painter's tape along the perimeter, just so if I roll it too close and I don't want to hit the wall with it, So just use some painter's tape. Be cautious, All right, so I'm sure there are going to be some questions about going over this, where you just put adhesive down on this and it's really only bonding to that, not the subfloor, if you will. And, this is stapled down pretty good. I might hit the edge of it a little bit just to stick it there. I'm really not that concerned. I don't plan on if I ever tear this up, you're going to put new carpet down, it's going to cover whatever is there anyhow. The adhesive will break loose, won't pull any of the plywood and stuff like that. And if it is connected to this, even less chance of damage. Now, how tight it's going to hold it is, something else. But, I'll try it on mine first before I do it on anyone else's, so I'll know. So I've mixed up the adhesive pretty good. I don't know how much work time we're going to get. I think it's about 10 minutes or so, so I'm going to have to be pretty quick. Like I said, I'll hit a little bit under here. Not that it's going to do anything, but it's supposed to bond to almost anything. So we'll see. I do have a roller pan, but I'm just going to hack this on for now. Now this is where you're going to want to make sure you don't hit the top half to the adhesive. Ooh, it binds pretty quick, so you got to be fast. Yeah, it binds up. You don't get a ton of working time, that's for sure. It's on there that quick. Yeah, I can just feel that it's really good. But watch out that doesn't peel off the wallpaper, which it does a little bit over here. So be careful of that. I ripped it a little bit too quick. Didn't do any damage, but don't do that to yourself. Take it off slow. You might want to use a lower tack. Painter's tape too. The blue might be too much bite. I think the purple is not as strong, or maybe the yellow. Can't remember. When you're in Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, you can read what it is, unless you already know. All right, so there you go. That's into place. What's nice is I had a little bit of reveal, but now what happens is you can stretch it, just like kicking carpet. You can stretch it and it holds up on the other side. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, now Ellen's not here, so you know what that means. Ta-da. We'll use her rolling pin. Well, that's that. It's in. Well, I am done on that one for sure. All right, I think I will be back again to do the other side, but I was run out of time for today in this week, so I wanted to get at least that done. So there we go. All right, so I'm getting ready to take this carpet out. I'm going to take all these drawers out and find a couple of screws that are holding it in, and then underneath it's going to be a little dark. I've got a bunch of computer stuff on there on a shelf that I put in, but that's not attached to the wall. But way up there, there is one screw there And then there is one about midway. There might be another one, but that's all I can see. Hopefully I can get in there without having to remove all my junk, my computer junk. I got that dual monitor set up, so a bunch of gobbledygook. All right, let me show you where some of the bolts are in here. There's a few up here in the back. One there. There's one there. There's one up over here, and that is it there. And then there's probably gonna have to take care of that one. And then there's one there. And what about midway up? And over here, it is about the same. Oh, there's a couple in the floor too. Here's one in the floor there, 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 in the back. This side seems to have a few more, unless I just miscounted on the other side. But there you go. All right, so Harley was barking at the Amazon delivery guy. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is make sure the little hooks for your tie downs for your chairs and whatnot, you're going to have to remove those, says Harley. There's two here, and then two at the desk. And then what I will do is I'll probably end up scoring along here, cutting that carpet out, and leaving the carpet that's in the cubbies there. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of this on camera. I'm going to have some other people here giving me a hand, and I'm not sure how comfortable they will be on the camera. So I'll just cut in every now and then on some of the critical points. All right, so with the help of one of the Joneses, I was able to remove the desk. It was fairly simple. You got to just make sure you get all those screws out. But we are ready. I'm going to cut that right there and pull it up. Bunch of staples holding it down just like the other side. But it should just take a few minutes to do that, and then roll the carpet up, get it out of here, and put it on eBay because people want used carpet. I'm kidding. Customer, I'm not taking any chances because they're going to be 100 miles, 1,000 miles away from me potentially, and I don't want them to come back and say, hey, you know, I caught my toe on something that was coming out through the floor, ripped my toe apart.
So you just hit the button to record you?
Oh shit! Yeah. You were just recording?
No.
Yeah, it's recording.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's fine. We have to just do the blooper reel, and then take out all my swear words. So we could do this removing staples with swear words.
Yeah, right.
There's a ton of them though. I wonder if they like have a budget for staples. I only use 100 staples per rig. We removed all the staples, we cut the carpet, and now what we're going to do is roll a few runs of the adhesive. And I put the blue painter's tape against the edge there, just in case I get sloppy, because I'm so fast and unneat. And then what we'll do is we'll run that bead, and then we'll roll the carpet on top. That way it'll be easy to do. Sounds like a plan. It has been Jones's approved. Yeah, it is a pretty purple or pink, violet. What color is that? That's a lilac. And I'm just going to dip it in here. I know I could have this in a rolling pan, but I'm too lazy for that. So I'm going to just run it down along the back here quickly, just a little bit here, just to have it. Here I'm going to load up over here pretty substantially, because this is kind of where it makes a difference. And I will do one run over here, and then we're going to do a run down this way. Now I'm doing this because I don't think we need a whole lot. We have the desk that's going to hold it down, and then the carpet was tacked down, but it was never really adhered to the surface, so I think this will be sufficient. And the Joneses agree. See? That's why. Right there. That's why I put the blue tape. All right. I think I'll throw a little bit more over here just because I have a gallon and I've used like an inch of it. Not even. this is lined up well, so I think we're aces. Push this in, you go just tuck it under. Boom. I'll come up from that side and roll it this way. Okay, that's it. Cool. Hey, welcome back. All right, so here is my talking head follow-up. It's been a few weeks since we put in that carpet, so let me show you the final results, as I didn't do it in those first couple of days after we did all that work. First, I'll show you over on the couch side. Here it is. You can see it looks pretty good. As I pointed out when I was doing the original video, the matching is very, very good. So Riverstone's designers do a good job of matching that stuff up. And now let me show you over on the desk side in the dinette. Also, before I get into that, I'll show you a little detail here. You're going to see some other things that have changed in the rig since that video was done. I'm not going to talk about that stuff today, but I will tell you about a video I'm going to be doing about those changes and show you some details on that in that video. So, as you recall, there was carpet here, obviously, and the carpet goes right up to the wall. And you know, carpet's a little higher, so if there's any reveal, it's hidden by the carpet. With this woven vinyl flooring, you can see a little bit of a reveal, so we put some molding here. I kept on saying in the video earlier it was quarter round, but this is actually some other stuff that more closely matches the other trim. This is actually a PVC or plastic material you get at Home Depot or Lowe's. I'll put a link to it down below so you know where to find it. And I just actually use silicone to put it on there. No nails or fasteners, just a little bit of silicone. It's holding very tight. Put it down there to hide that reveal. Didn't do it here because the desk is sitting on top of the vinyl here, as is in here. But on the back there would have been a reveal, so I covered up there. And then also here, if you recall, we cut the carpet along here. There is still carpet in the cubbies. Of course, that's staying clean. And I just put that molding along here all the way down. And here's a little teaser. You'll see that the dinette is missing. And that's what I'll be talking about in another video. Show you what we did there. So here it is. This lines up pretty well. It flattens down nicely. And it stays really clean. We've spilled a few things on it and have cleaned it up well. And you know, that's the reason why we went with this over the carpet, because we have dogs, and you know, you give the dogs a treat or a bone and they'll come over here and they'll slobber all over it, or you know, they'll puke or whatever and make a mess. This solves that problem. Doesn't stop them from doing it, obviously, but it does stop them from getting it dirty. So there you go. It was pretty easy to do. It took some time. But, you know, I think anybody can do it if you just take your time and pay attention to what you're doing. So, as usual, if you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, please subscribe. And if you think anybody else will get value from this content, please share it out to them. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Take care. Now, one other thing I wanted to say. During my videos, the past couple, you've heard me referring to the Joneses. Well, those are actually our friends that we met in Florida last year. It's Jeff and Kelly. They are also Riverstone owners. They own the same model, just still a different color. And they have been very supportive of everything I do in terms of on the YouTube video, my RV repair business. They're very encouraging. They support me everywhere. They come over, they help, they give me advice, they give me ideas, and I truly, truly am grateful for having them as friends and for all the assistance and support they give me. So thank you, Jeff and Kelly. I certainly do appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.